So, hello Divine Masculine Energies, and regardless of your gender, by the way, and if you have, and also this is for your inner Divine Masculine energy, Divine Feminines, if you've just come across this, it would be better if you watch the Divine Feminine one. It is an hour, so sorry if you've not got a lot of time, but you could watch it in bits or whatever. It'd make more sense if you watch the Divine Feminine video first and then watch this one. But again, you can do what you want to do. But I'm just going to get straight into this. So, healing is weaved in everything I do. And yeah, let's get into this. Overarching energy of this full moon for you, and this is how you'll know it's for you. And like I was saying, when I done the Divine Feminine one, I felt that was going to be my actual Divine Feminine energy and whoever else was resonating with it. So this is my Divine Masculine energy. My inner and my outer, but again, I can't decide that because I'm not him. Right, okay, so overarching energy of this full moon, and I am being specific, like there's no point me being like, oh, let's pick up on another completely different random masculine. That was the feminine, this is the masculine counterpart, right? Overarching energy of this full moon, and that's how you'll recognise if it's for you, is trust. Love it. Divine masculines are in a place of trust, patience, and oh my god, it's fucking all of them. Right, I'll just show you them, but look. Trust is the main overarching theme. Deep diving into that trust, I want to sing into the unknown, but my voice is like this, so I'm not singing. And patience. So Divine masculines, you're in a place of trusting, having patience, and hope. Hope is on the horizon. That rainbow there always means hope to me. It's about trust, hope, patience, and deep diving. Love it, right? It feels very hermit-like energy. Right, so that's the overarching theme. So this is going to be, this one's going to be quick because I've spoke for an hour, so I want to do the Mediumship Monday one too, so I don't know how long it's going to be, but I don't think it'll be an hour, but we'll just see. And if you miss me saying that another one, if you want this for yourself, then you can book that as a session as well. So, what is the truth that this person is supposed to see at this time? What is the truth that this person is supposed to see at this time? Ooh, that's a lot. Person's going through a lot, but we're going to take this one. Goose inner knowing. You are a brave traveller. Your soul knows the way. Be confident you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you're blessed. Let yourself fly. So definitely this, what I shared on the Divine Feminine, come to the edge, he said. They said we're afraid, come to the edge, he said. They came, he pushed them, and they flew. And again, I've always loved that for my mediumship in particular. But it's about any sort of, anything that is unknown, which is quite a lot of things in life, where you're not quite sure what's going to happen when you take the leap of faith, but it's part of the excitement of it, and it's about sort of changing your perspective on, it feels like turning that fear into fuck it, let's go. That's what it looks like. They just pulled my eyes to where it says that in my room. It's like flipping an anxiety, or an anxiousness into excitement, which is what I've said for years. It's what I try to do for me when I'm in that place, and it's what I do for other people in sessions. Although it's definitely easier, and again, that is something I get bored of. People say it too much. It's not true for absolutely everything, but it is for a lot of things. It is often what you can do for others in a really good way, you can't do for yourself. And that is one where that actually is true for me with, I could get somebody else out their head really easily. Can't get myself out my own overthinking that easily. Probably easier than a lot of others because of the tools that I use with people. But, I do have my moments where I'm just totally running rings around myself. And it's usually a divine masculine energy that I trust in my life. That can often be one of you guys. Or, somebody else in my life that is in divine masculine energy that really helps me come out my head. And that's what this is about. Right, so, and fuck it, I knew it. I knew that was going to, wow, oh my god, right. And then I feel it's all, that's quite a lot, but I feel it's all these. What does that say? Personal choice. That's interesting, because that's not even a, weird, they're all animals, but that one isn't. Personal choice. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. That's really weird, because I actually said to somebody earlier on today that that basically, like, I was basically saying that, like, that something I was afraid of, I basically embraced the energy of, basically I integrated the energy of that fear, and then I was no longer afraid of, anyway, it's actually really hard to describe. I can do that with people in a session, but it is about, like, when you take on this animal of something you're afraid of, it's like you'll find that you're no longer afraid of it at all, or as much as what you were. And I mean, that's what shamanic healing's all about, power animals and everything, you know what I mean? And speaking of power animals, that's my power animal, and that's why you need to watch the feminine. That just came out for the feminine, and this has come out for the masculine. So what that tells me is, masculines, your feminine energy is with you at this time. That's how they're telling me. That's why they got me to do it this way. But also, it's like, this is your inner divine feminine energy, and it's like, this feels, and this is interesting because these, I thought it was a wolf when I originally looked at it, because it does look like one, and that's literally all my power. Like, my power animals are like a wolf, like there's a dragonfly at my heart, a bear, a jaguar, and a wolf. But that's actually coyote, so I'll come to that in a minute. And I'd actually say, I use coyote medicine as well, because we use all the different animal medicines when we want to, but it's just obviously because I am a shaman and I help people all the time with these things, I've integrated many, many different animal medicines. That's basically, when I say that, that's what I mean. It's like, I've spent a year working with oil medicine, or I've spent 2 years working with this medicine, blah, blah, you know what I mean? That's what I mean when I say that. So, dragonfly magic. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant. I am blessed. And I feel that's about masculines really embracing, or being guided to embrace, affirmations. And I know that I can think of somebody that I'd done a session with a couple of weeks ago that's really going to resonate with that, where it was like, I'm always saying to her, or anyone I work with, it's like, affirmations, it's good to get comfortable with saying them, because the more you can repeat this stuff, the more it's not going to be as alien. Like, so for instance, with that particular person, again, you'll know if it's you, unfortunately, I just recorded a healing where she's listening to that, and I mean, she doesn't mind me sharing that, but it was like, she's been listening to that since I gave her it at night. And the first time she listened to it, I think she said, I was having trouble going to sleep. And I said, that's fine. It's just because you're curious what I'd said in it. But now that she's listening to it, I don't know about every night, I'm not checking up on you, but it's like, whenever she's listening to it, and in an ideal world, every night is better, because that's, like, hypnosis is going to have more effect if you're boring yourself with it. Basically, it's sinking into your soul and your subconscious. She's now falling asleep easily to it. And that's because she's relaxing and letting it sink in. And that's why I'm so they guide me to be so repetitive, because the more I'm saying, trust yourself, have patience, you're loved, you're exactly where you're meant to be, you're going to fucking believe it one of these times. You're going to believe that you're a brave traveller, that your soul knows the way, that you don't need to ask everyone around you. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have the power from beyond this world. Focus on what you really want, and you can create your dreams. Love it. And there might be something significant here about the new moon in Gemini on the 18th of June 2023, if you found this much later on, that, I really do feel Divine Masculine is bringing about a huge change in their life. So it might be, for instance, like, you may have Gemini, if we're talking about specifically with with you and your twin flame, it's like, if you've got Gemini in the 7th house, that is of love and partnership, long-term relationships, it might be that you find you're being guided to focus on that. Like, maybe perhaps where you weren't interested in trying anything with, well, for some people, I'd say for who I'm talking, yeah, basically it's that. It's like, perhaps where you were running from deepening a bond in the physical with your twin, you might be guided to be more led to at least see what that's about. And for others, it could be that it's other areas of life, like you're focusing on how you can make your dreams come true, but other areas of your life, because you're not ready for that. So you're going to know what it is. And again, I say that because there's that bear again, and that's what I channeled in the last video that I done. Black Bear Guardian, gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and power, help me protect the ones I love, awaken my intuition and guide me. It's your intuition is awakening within you, but to me, regardless of whatever that card says, the bear is about periods of deep rest and really needing to go inwards and heal. And like I say, for some it can even be like feelings of depression, dark night of soul. And here's the trickery energy, and guess what is connected to Coyote? Gemini. And we've just come out of a Mercury retrograde, thank God. But it's and I don't listen. Mercury retrograde teaches us patience. That's where a lot of the deep lessons about trust and patience have come from the Mercury retrograde. So we're grateful, but I'm also personally grateful that we're not in it anymore. But can I just say, by the way, see, coming up not too far away, I believe it's July sometime, we've got a Venus retrograde, and I'm kind of hesitant to say this because some of you might already have it planned, but typically it is not a good idea to get married. So again, this is why I'm like, if somebody's watching this and you've already planned a wedding, it is just true. It's not a good idea to get married in a Venus retrograde, and it's also not a good idea to get engaged in a Venus retrograde. It's for the same sort of reasons as Mercury retrograde, and it's not that, basically it's not like, oh, you can't get together with someone, and on this channel it's your twin in a Venus retrograde, but take it slow. It would be like if you got with anybody, regardless of twin flame or anything, in a Mercury retrograde. It's like why, a lot of people hook up with their ex, as in like karmic exes that you regret later. A lot of that happens. Oh, actually, see, I'm on the masculine. A lot of that happens to you masculines in a Mercury retrograde. I see it all the time. It's crazy. It's like whenever a divine masculine man or woman has been, or whatever you identify as, has been pulled back in by a karmic, it's in a Mercury retrograde. So Venus retrograde is a bit of a minefield for that too. So personally, because this is two divine masculines out there, if you are a divine masculine that, like, you've been patient, you've been deep diving, you've been trusting, you've been healing yourself, you've got more confidence, you're coming out of a dark night of the soul, you're feeling it's time to leave, all this kind of stuff, right? Because this is where it feels like these ones are at, unless you're still in the thick of it. You want to really be getting the ball rolling before that comes in. And I'll talk more about it when it comes up, but I'm sure it's July something, which is not far away now because we're already in June. And it's just because, anything that you want to start it on a firm foundation. And I just would say starting something on a Venus retrograde that's to do with love is not a firm foundation. Same with things like money and that too. That's my input on it anyway. Right, okay, so Coyote, reveler of truth. Don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. Fucking hell, by the way. Notice I just channeled all of that about karmic energies before I hadn't read the card yet. So it's like, and then it's quite interesting, it's called Revealer of Truth. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying that it's like, I warn people about coyote medicine quite a lot, but in a lot of times, that is my energy too when it's relevant. Like, I have to put things out in riddles or trick people sometimes so that you hear what I'm saying, but the people that the people that are not meant to get what I'm saying don't get it. See, I'm talking a riddle now. Right, interesting. Right, okay, so, and I forgot the question, I went on that long. What is a truth I'm supposed to see at this time? Revealer of truth. Everything I just channeled there, that's the truth. And why is seeing this truth important for this divine masculine energy? And I haven't said that too often, but divine feminine's masculine side too. Why is seeing this truth important for this person? Oh look, and there we go, I just said about the affirmations, so that's confirmation for somebody that is working, or to get doing it, it's never too late. Say positive affirmations each morning to open the gates of manifestation. That would be a really powerful thing to do, particularly at this time in the Sag full moon energy. Because it's so positive and optimistic, and it's totally about the glass is half full rather than half empty. And that's why this is all the stuff that I'm channeling about all the time, because I am Sagittarius moon. That no matter how dark things get in my life, and believe me, they can get fucking pretty dark. That's why that guy's with me all the time. Except I don't know what gender I actually tend to think my Jaguar's a female, but whatever. Um, yeah, yeah. And you're being helped. Look, wow, oh my god. So that's the same card. See what I said? This is why I've done... Wait a minute. Was it that one or that one? Oh, it was that one. So, anyway, it's there. I did feel this, that there was going to be a lot of the same cards, aka what I would call mirroring. So, right, accept heaven's help, you're being helped. So, I feel this is about, like, look, it's like you have to see that truth, because the truth is, it's important that you accept the help that is coming your way. So, whether that be the help that is coming your way from a divine feminine energetically, which is helping you come out of the dark, and basically come out of the dark as in a dark place and the challenges, but also as they pull me the sun card, oh, and the angel of love behind it, away from the envy and the jealousy, like, come to the light, come out of indecision. I'm not even being funny, look at these cards. I wasn't using this deck. Come out of, like, not taking action with things and lack energy. Make your plans to walk away from the lack energy, the people that keep you stuck in confusion, the false communities, interesting, false love, the negative attachments, will just keep going, that keep you tied up. That's saying that you as a masculine, if this is yours, have done enough of the rest and rejuvenation, or you're going to be coming out of that soon. Looking at your other adjacent possibilities. Right, okay. I just got led to them. Right, so what were we on? Right, and then I'll pull a card from this deck. So yeah, basically affirmations will help you this time. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. The same card that the feminine's got. I did shuffle them, didn't I? I did shuffle them. And the same card, that's what the feminine just got. So, see what I mean? Like, you're both working on receiving. As your feelings towards your mother heal, your desires manifest more rapidly and accurately. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see the results yet. You're being helped. Right, lovely. I did shuffle them, though. And you have the Midas touch right now, and every project you turn begins to go. So it's just picking up on what I said. Not all masculines are moving towards their feminine yet. They could be working on another part of life, but some are. Right, okay, so what else do you need to know? Why is this truth important, or whatever that said? Why is seeing this truth important for this person? Yeah, look, wow, it's part of your spiritual awakening. Why is seeing this important? To see that you are supported, you're loved, there's angelic energy around you, healing energy, guides, powered animals, your feminine's higher self, you know, whatever you want to see, that's why it's important. For the healing energies around you to solve the problem, apart from cleanse and clarify. I've always find that fucking hilarious. Oh, look, past life, and your past life gifts are emerging, or they will, and then there's the same card that the feminine got, the two same cards that the feminine got. Take it. What in the fuck, by the way? Right, I'm mind blown. The one I haven't published yet that I done a week ago, I think I'm just basically, the mediumship Monday, it's now Monday again tomorrow. I'm just going to publish that tomorrow and know that I done it a week ago. Both of them a week ago, but I've actually titled Everything That You Want Becomes Yours in the Summer. And this is saying taking action, fruition, intellect. So yeah, you need to know that truth, because some of you are taking action in the summer, basically now. Or, you know, whatever you class as the summer, the next couple of months. And it's because you've learned enough to move forward and trust the mystery of the next steps. And you've cleansed your energy and purified. Hilarious. That's a passion. Past life gifts emerging. And yeah, you're finding the solutions to your problems. And that's what divine masculine energies like to do. They like to find the solution to the problem. Right, so, and even my inner masculine energy likes to do that as the psychic detective bit. You know, it's kind of using my feminine and my masculine, because it's using my intuition, but I like solving the problem for the person. Right, so that's what I'm doing now. What is expanding in your life, divine masculine energies? Oh, I liked it this way. Let me know if you liked me doing them. I just like it because it's like, I like seeing that it's the same card. I mean, that always happens, but it's just cool it's the same card. What is expanding in this divine masculine's life, regardless of your gender? You can trust yourself to know whether this was yours or not. Yep, right, I did feel this card was going to come out and me. Oh, interesting. Yep, right, okay. So let's, yeah, we'll take that and that and that and books as well. Fucking hell, it's all of them. I thought that when I pulled this deck because it is a great one, but I don't use it all the time. Books, vacuum away fear, goddess, divine feminine, earth angel. You need all of them, you need all of them. This is the main one though. Parents. So what has expanded in my life, right? So I feel this is about limiting beliefs, right? And this is important because the full moon in Sagittarius, well, personally, if you're always guided to get, or if you're guided, even if you're guided here now and again or all the time, my Sagittarius full moon conjuncts my South Node in Sagittarius. So that is why I help people take a quantum leap in their highest timeline by letting go of their limiting beliefs. And I feel this is about limiting beliefs right now. The divine truth is that your parents eternally love you to the best of their ability, which is why I was saying that earlier in the other video about if ever it's any energies around anyone around you, whether it be parents or any caregivers or friends or anything, it's about keeping it in balance. That it's like maybe some people have quite toxic traits that they're not recognising they're toxic because it happened to them, you know what I mean? And it's about, yeah, it's not always appropriate that you point out to the folk around you because they might not appreciate it. Like, you know, if ever my mum and dad fuck up and I'm pointing out, you know, they're not gonna, yeah, it's not always the right thing to do you know what I mean? But that's why you got to have your own healthy boundaries in life, you know what I mean? And that's part of growing up and being an adult. And some of us, you know, do take till quite later on in life to get that, myself included. But I'm very proud to say of myself and of my, I don't usually say parents, but of my mum and dad that, yeah, they really do respect my boundaries, you know. But there would have been at one point where it was a bit kind of like, you know, well, basically what I'm saying is it's like, you know, I love my mum and dad, but if they don't agree with something that I want to do for my life, you know, I'm trying to say it politely, but I really couldn't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like that's when you you got to grow up and be like, well, it doesn't matter if they don't agree. You know, this is what I want to do in my life. So I feel I'm channeling a divine masculine energy there too. So, but you see how I like that because it's about, you know, you don't need to make people the enemy. It's just you don't need to agree with everyone around you either, whether that be your family or friends. And the people that love you would get that, right? So let's go all these cards. You're a light worker who's come to earth to teach about love. And remember, this is a divine masculine one. So I feel this is like basically, it's like kind of like bringing out the truth about divine masculines here as well. So this is definitely going to speak to the ones that hide. That's all of you. But I'm joking. It's all of you to a certain extent, but it's obviously not a lot of the people that get led to the channel. But it would have been you at some point. Because it was even me, you know, it was my inner, I was thinking about that this morning, that like, I really had a lot of my gifts for a very long time until I didn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, so, yeah, I get it. Right, you're a light worker who's come to earth to teach about love. That's what Twin Flame Journey is about. And your divine feminine helps you with that. Express your divine feminine energy, divine masculine. I love it. Embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. That is just basically about it is safe for divine masculines. Because remember, the question is, what has expanded in my life? Your gifts, realising limiting beliefs, and now also forgiveness, where you need to give forgiveness to parents, whether they're alive or in the spirit world, because I know that that's actually going to be for people with parents in the spirit world, that you're still living a life that your parents would be proud of, but it might be one that makes you unhappy. Like, say, for instance, you might work in a bank and be bored out your tits. You might have loads of money, but you're miserable, and you'd be happier going away and being a singer or something, or a dancer, or doing something artistic, but it's like something is always holding you back because it's not what your mum or dad would approve. It's something that must be someone's for me, got all that from somewhere. But this is about, it's okay, divine masculines, to embrace those more loving qualities and receptive too, like, you know, when you have a bad day. So obviously this feels like I'm speaking more to the men right now, so we'll speak to the men divine masculines. It's like, if you've been taught to bottle up all your feelings and you always have to be strong for everyone around you, it's about what's expanding your life. As I feel your heart chakra is opening so much, and I'm being drawn to the word forgive yourself again, that it's like it's no longer going to be possible for a lot of divine masculines, and because you are turning divine, maybe from a more unhealed place is the best way I want to say it. And part of that is you embracing your vulnerability and your more intimate side, and realizing how beautiful that is. Oh my God, I love it. Right. And for the divine masculine woman, same thing. Like maybe you've been go, go, go. Again, I'm thinking of one of you guys' beautiful reviews about when I helped you integrate the masculine and feminine and a soul retrieval. For the women, it could be that you've just been go, 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 like, being a powerhouse in the business world. And, again, I've helped loads of people like that over the years, particularly when I kicked about in a lot of Facebook groups. I'd meet loads of women that were, I remember reading one woman's chart that she had like Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and she was like, I think she's like a business coach, but she might have sort of brought it from when before I kind of left the Facebook sort of world. I'm sure she'd sort of made it quite spiritual as well. But do you know what I mean? That was part of her probably embracing her divine feminine energy. Like I didn't know that woman that well, but I just got shown it clairvoyantly. That's interesting. I just remember her chart because it was really wow. It was like I think the time if she's watching this, she'll know. It was like, I'm sure her time she was born was like 111 or something as well, or her birthday. It must have been her birthday was the first. It's like the first of the first of the, you know what I mean? There was a lot of ones anyway, so that's powerful too. Vacuum away fear. Call upon archangels Michael, Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you and your surroundings, this situation, and everyone involved. So just keep cutting the cords to fear with mass stuff or whatever you're guided to do for yourself. Keep clearing that energy, because divine masculine energy, regardless of your gender, you do live more in the material, and your divine feminine is more in the mystical, the ethereal, the energy clearing realm. But when you come together in physical union, it's like that will all sort of balance out. And again, this is about your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritually based books. Again, so that's going to really speak to people that have had kind of visions and insights about that, or it can just literally be you're in a place of learning a lot about the twin flame journey right now. And again, a lot of you are very gifted and talented mediums as well. Of course, I know that because and that's why they got me saying the divine feminine one. Like, I'm a medium for mediums, I'm a healer for healers. A lot of you divine feminines that might resonate with this for your divine or female divine masculines, you've got a natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. And you know what? So even if you think you haven't, you have. Just go and put on one of my shamanic journeys, and I bet you'll connect with a loved one in spirit. And if you want to do that deeper, I can do that with people one-to-one in my packages where I help you develop your gifts. But really, any session, I help you develop your gifts. But yeah, it's just so that you know that. And again, I've had, over the years, I've had many, male medium friends, and I've met a lot of amazing like mediums, both famous and not famous, you know what I mean? I've met a lot of nice ones and not so nice ones too. Archangel Michael, you're working very closely with this powerful archangel who's protecting and guiding you through this situation. So again, you've got a lot of Archangel Michael protection energy around you. I always associate electric blue with Archangel Michael, and that's why I'm guided to electric blue with everything. You'll see electric blue around me a lot. My eyes are being guided to everywhere, and that is because Archangel Michael is always around me, protecting people I love, which is you guys. And so just call on Archangel Michael. And I like this card because it says, write any words, concerns, or desires on a piece of paper that you put in a special container called the God Box, as a way of letting go and allowing the divine help you. And so you can actually do that exercise if you're like, there's loads of different things you can do. You can write something down. I always say to people when I used to do the full moon workshops, because that's what I started doing for years, like, in the Facebook groups and my memberships and everything. And then again, I just evolved from it. I got a bit bored of it and that viewing. But it's again, and yeah, I might at some point be guided to do like a Zoom of the same sort of style of what I always used to do whenever I'm randomly guided to do it. But I'm still in that kind of period. I just got bored of it. Do you know what I mean? But hopefully I left my sharing and wisdom and my own unique spin on things with a lot of the people that done memberships with me, or courses, or one-to-ones, all that. But yeah, you can, another cool one, simple, is just writing a bit of toilet paper with a lipstick or a pen or something, like all the feelings that you want to let go of, or the situations, and flush it down the toilet. Do you know what I mean? yeah, you can have a bonfire and all shit like that too, but there's a practical one for you. But yeah, this is about letting go of worry, basically. And that's all the stuff that's expanding. So again, you can see that's a lot of shit. It might not be all that shit happening for all the masculines, but it's happening for some. Right, so and see as I'm saying this, my throat is getting quite clogged up now. So I know that that's to do with that's the overwhelm with talking about feelings, about all the changes going on with the intuition and life path in general, as they pull me up to the do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Right, what is something to release as this masculine moves forward? Oh, I should have said it. I mean, I did. Oh, look, fucking hell, it's the same card again. Detoxify, clear your mind, meditate. That's really just bringing together the shit I just said. The answers you need are coming. Right, okay. Release control. Right, okay. This is just basically, for fuck's sake. I could just keep going because they just all keep making sense, but right, so let's do it in the order they came out. Why I was saying, oh, I should have said it, was when my throat went funny, I was going to say I feel it's about speaking, expressing your feelings to your feminine as well. That's what that was about. But yeah, communication is key. So self-explanatory. Oh God, that's amazing. And the next new moon is the new moon in Gemini on the 18th of June. So that's going to be, communication is key, but that new moon is key for a lot of divine masculines feeling ready to open up around then too. But I mean, it's happening now. So I feel it's like, you may be a masculine, it's already in communication with your feminine, but it's like around that new moon, you're going to feel even more open and expressive and able to share. But for ones that haven't done it yet, look out for this happening, especially because I got a text there, didn't I? So I'm like, what the hell? All right, I'd asked her a question. Right, okay. So take a breather. So again, the same one that the feminine got. So for now, you might, as a masculine, regardless of your gender, you might not be. And again, if you're one of the masculines that is like nowhere near, like either one of the women that I work with that it's just not on your radar or yet, or a man that isn't in this place of being anywhere near physical union, then just adjust it a bit. But take a breather, basically. And because Cancer is about your feelings and self-love and, keep working on yourself, basically. But also, it could be taking a breather out from the world with your twin. I feel for some people that'll be, and detoxifying, clear your mind. So it's all the stuff I've said, look, and it's all moon in Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. We're in Gemini season, and it's going to be a new moon in Gemini. Take the time to clear your mind. Meditate and contemplate this. So this is feeling very hermit-like, a lot of healing on your own. New moon in Pisces, and that's like the balance of the practicality and the spirituality. Oh, look, you've got the new moon in Gemini and the full moon in Gemini. Wow, that's crazy. So it could even be, right, that it's like communication could start up for some twins and it's at 33 minutes around the new moon in Gemini, or like I say, it could even be as soon as, before that or just after it, whatever. And 6 months from now, on that full moon in Gemini, the answers you need will, never mind coming, they'll be here. Like a lot of the things you're wondering about right now will come about. That's how they're telling me that. And it's, look, because I'm saying now, because it does feel like that, conclusions are within reach. Like, you're not going to have to wait 6 months. They're coming. If you release control of how things come about and release your blocks. So again, it's like that's what you're working on right now. If this is you, where the hell's that? Oh, and remember that it's what is something to release as you move forward. Release your blocks, release control. So it's like they're answering. And then the answers, the conclusions are within reach. And the answers you need are coming. So meditate for the answers, clear your mind, detoxify of what, like on the full moon, when it's a full moon, detoxify of what. And I feel that full moon in Taurus as well, actually, not long ago, will have really cleared a lot of energy for you. But because that actually, was that not the last? I always get. Aye, that was the one that was not that long ago. Might even been the last one. But it's whatever it is, it's yeah, just take some time out to take a breather, and then when you're ready to talk, you'll talk. I love it. Right. And then one of these and one of these, and I'm going to go and sit down, and I'm not going to do the mediumship Monday. Well, I might, but I doubt it, because it's now a bit later and I just want to sit down. Right, so what is something that a divine masculine energy needs to know out there? Oh, I thought that card was going to come out. So it's very in line with everything I've just channeled here. Emotional healing. And look, what always pulls me in about this card is it's like chakras. So this person's healing their chakras, which is probably why they said that for Mediumship Monday, that's what I have to focus on. Emotional healing. As your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. So that's definitely for the masculines. The relationships you've been in the past have basically like put you off getting into anything with the feminine, you know, and anyone, you know, and anyone that comes before your divine feminine. But it's like, it's whether you're conscious of it or not, or it's like a subconscious block. It's because that's what I feel the release blocks are about as well. It's about, you know, right now you're opening up your heart and you're releasing the resentments and the pain from past hurts, so that you can receive the new blessings and love, and just by being yourself. And perhaps look on this is the same as what the feminine. So much mirroring. Be yourself. This situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis of your personal power. So whatever you were taught before, or wherever you picked up that keeping up this facade, or, you know, and that can even be as little as with some of the people I've worked with, it was just like, you know, hiding your love of spirituality or whatever, just hiding wherever you've hidden yourself, you know. It's like, no, your power lies in being who you are. And something significant about a birthday. A significant birthday holds the answer to your question, and the answers to your prayers and affirmations are fully realised in the winter months. But look, there's patience, but look, this is, so yeah, that's interesting. Practice, practice, practice. With daily practice, you can polish your skills and talents, increase your confidence. But what I feel that's about is, it'll be different people, but I feel it's about practice, opening up to your feelings and follow your North Node at 37. That quite literally for some people, follow your North Node at 37, because that is when you're guided to follow your North Node at 37. And the other ages. But that's why I say that, if you wondered. But if people that tune in all the time know that. Right, so, because you watched me get fucking led to 36 for a year, and then 36. What does this masculine energy, regardless of gender, need to know right now, or the feminine's masculine side? I'll watch this back and decide if I resonate with that for my inner masculine, but I should, because I did with the other one. Eliminate distractions. Stop shining light on things you are not. How can you reclaim your power? Interesting. Might be something significant about the 19th of June. The 19th of June will be within that new moon and Gemini energy. I've just opened the book at Great Awakening. Walk in your truth, stand firm in your light. That's very similar to what I said this full moon was about. God, I'm fucking boiling, by the way. I'm going to have to get these fans on. Although it would be annoying if I'm filming, but it's like I've kept the window shut just in case it is the hay fever. Which I feel it is, but it's like I'm actually overheating. Right. I'll be the Kundalini energy too, channeling this, guys. Right, so eliminate distractions. Stop shining light on things you're not. Your soul is a unique language and desires nothing more than for you to honour your true... Your soul has unique language and desires nothing more than for you to honour your true path. I don't know if that makes sense, but I mean, whatever. But we often fall into society's traps by focusing on material things, illusions of success, or approval of other ideas that block us from receiving the messages we need. Wow, absolutely, that's what gets programmed into you, divine masculines and divine feminines, but this is divine masculine reading. That's crazy. And more so divine masculine energies. Have you been trying to solve a problem? That's the fucking card, isn't it? Problem solving. with old patterns? If so, you're being asked to release your need to know the outcome. Oh my God, that's what just came through. And direct your attention to what matters most, your balance with self and the love within. You may be splitting your energy, trying to please others at the expense of yourself. Take a moment to release the pressure you've placed upon yourself. Free yourself from the need to have it all figured out and dive more deeply. Oh my God, this is crazy. The card is dive deep, and I don't use those cards all the time. Dive deeply into the process. And that's basically what is being said here as well. It's for those masculines that are feeling ready to express themselves to anyone in your lives, but particularly divine feminines. There's no other way for it. You just have to dive deep and trust and have patience with yourself and your feminine that you'll work out as you go along. That's how everybody does it. Take a moment to release the pressure you've placed upon yourself. And that's why I say that all the time. The pressure that divine masculines put on themselves to know the answer is mental. Like, it's way more than a divine feminine. Like, don't get me wrong, my inner divine masculine can put a whole load of pressure on me too, but masculine energies, like, I'm thinking a lot of the clients I work with, women, like, a lot of the people that come to me for a session, they feel like they have to have the answer on the Zoom before they've even told me what they're having a problem with. Do you know what I mean? And I have to, like, part of it is like, whoa, fucking hell, just share where you're at, have a good cry, let it out, and then I'll, get the guys to help me to help. You know what I mean? It's like, I get what they're saying there. Take the pressure off yourself, basically. Free yourself from the need to have it all figured out and dive more deeply into the process. It's possible you've been shining light on things that you are not, meaning you've been giving away your attention and power. Return to your true power by getting clear about what you value and what you stand for. So yeah, it's about really, being your true self. And all these different parts of you that are emerging that came out there. Again, it's not that everyone's going to resonate with the mediumship bit or the angels and all that, but listen, past life gives emerging. Nobody's fooling anyone, right? So it's not everyone, but it's someone's. Right, okay, so and if it hasn't happened yet, get ready for it. Like I always say, I was like, listen, if this guy ever fucking turned up for me, he'll be pushing me off the couch to be doing your cards and shit like that. I'm only joking. I think I'm joking, but who fucking knows in these times? Right, okay, so, that's hilarious. Return to your true power by getting clear about what you value and what you stand for. So I must have needed to read that twice. When you let go of what is taking your energy, fears, worries, and self-sabotaging patterns and habits, you will regain confidence in yourself by bringing your full power back. I mean, you bring your full power back, masculine, when you step into your true power. That's probably right about when you'll be guided to your twin, because it's time, divine time. And it's because the two halves of the yin and yang are ready to join. No longer are you leaking energy or expending aspects of yourself. Now that's interesting, leaking energy, because it's like, yeah, that could have many different meanings. But I mean, that can be anyone around you that calls on you too much for help and zapping your energy. But it can also be if you're lured in by different karmic. Well, again, the karmic isn't always relationships, do you know what I mean, or sex and all that, but again, for a lot of masculines, it is that, basically. But leaking energy doesn't need to just be that area. It could just be people that use you, you know what I mean? But again, that can happen to feminines too. So pulling back energetically helps you create clear boundaries. It's a bit like when I sense that I've been too much on tap for people and I'm feeling very drained and run down, actually like what I am now. It's just that I'm annoyed at that because I've already rested a lot of the year. But in saying that, not going into all my shit, I've had a very weird year. And I've, that's about as much as I can say. I've had a very weird year. So it makes sense to me that I'm having to take more downtime. Right, okay, so pulling back energetically helps you create clear boundaries. Carve out a line for what you will and will not allow in your life. And basically what I'm being told here is you'll be doing that. You'll be creating clearer boundaries in your life or being guided to because your feminine done it first and now you're mirroring. That's how it works. You've drawn this card as a reminder, and feminines, if you're watching this, that's why forgiving yourself and forgiving your twin always comes into this, because you mirror one another. And especially the feminines, it's like, where do you need to do this emotional healing? Like, when you do the emotional healing, your twin will do the emotional healing. But like I always say, it's not at the same time. It's not, there's no fairness to it. It's not like, oh, you do that then and then they'll do it, like, right with you, or a year later. It's doesn't work like that. Time's an illusion. But it's just as long as you can be sure you're doing it divine feminine, your divine masculine will be guided to do it too. You're drawing this card as a reminder that you've been giving your power away by not creating clear boundaries. Have you been saying yes when you really want to say fuck off? It says when you really want to say no, but I just added that in. Have you been feeling taken advantage of or overthinking situations in hopes that others will show up for you in the way you have for them? Again, anybody, divine feminine or divine masculine, that's resonating with that. If you're hanging around hoping that somebody's going to change or they're going to finally do it the way that you want them to do it, like, fucking give it up, right? Surrender. That's what the twin flame journey teaches you. I know it's divine masculine's message, but I'm being guided to say this for anyone that's listening. It's like, yeah, not everybody is going to give back to you in the same way you've given to them. That's fucking blindingly obvious, but it's everybody needs to learn that. That's one of the biggest things I have learned in life. But I've also not let it close my heart. But look out for number one, I think is the message there. Right. Because you can look out for number one without being selfish. Do you know what I mean? Keep it in balance. But I feel most people that tune into me need to hear that, like, look, but I think you've perhaps been putting everyone else's needs before your own for too long, and it's time to put you first. Right. When are you not clear about your position? When you're not clear about your position, others can take advantage of you even unknowingly, which causes rifts in your relationships. And again, divine masculines, this is about being clear with everyone in your life, but also for those of you that are in conversations or communication or thinking about that with a twin flame, I'm being told to say, you cannot assume, sorry, I'm saying cannot because they're telling me what to say. It's like, you cannot assume that your divine feminine knows exactly what's going on with you, because although divine feminines are very psychic and intuitive and everything, they need to hear how you feel, and you will have had a lot of this. It's like they're saying to me, it's like a lot, but because a lot of you could be very silent still, or in the past, it's like you will have had a lot of the decisions taken away from you anyway, so it's important that you express what it is you need within your boundaries and everything like that, so that your feminine knows that, and that you listen back. That's very important. But anyone in your life, this is why I say everybody needs counselling. And if you're good with boundaries and that, then you don't. But like you say, most of what I see with folk is that they're not. Be clear with yourself about what you need. The most kind, caring people first tend to their own needs and have clear boundaries, because when they do, they know they can show up even more fully in the service of others. And the question to ask is, how can I reclaim my power? So how can you reclaim your power? And I didn't do this at the end of Divine Feminine, but I did mean to. So Divine Feminine, I'm going to trust that you tuned into your Divine Masculines, because of course you fucking did. Right. What do we need to know? For the people that resonated with this one and the Divine Feminine, because they come as a pair. And I'm looking at the ceiling, because I'll be able to tell what some of the cards are from the back of the cards. So I'm looking at the ceiling and I'm just going to put... Fuck off. That's crazy. Right, okay, we need to stop somewhere. What's that one? Oh no, they're all relevant. Right, what order did that is so... Wow. Fucking twin flames. But if you're new around here, I am a twin flame healer. I'm sure you worked that one out. Right. Twin flames, your passion ignites. Do you know what this is all about? I'm filming this on Sunday the 4th, the full moon in Sagittarius. That is a lot of passion in itself. Mars is in Leo. Mars is sex. Leo is the house of sex. Sex, passion. Venus That is love, values, money is going into Leo tomorrow, the 5th. Mars and Venus, divine femme, divine masculine, in Leo. Fun, passion. Twin flames, your passion ignites. It's on for some. New beginnings. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times you must accept things as they are. I've channeled about that. You must accept things the way they are, divine feminines and divine masculines. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. Something tells me that is about you divine masculines towards your divine feminine, regardless of your gender. Forgiveness, just because divine feminines tend to be the ones that are more vocal about it. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream and imagine. And I was being drawn to forgive yourself over there. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we're always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. You're always, always with your twin flame. Criticising one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Also because, and again, I've channeled about this before, but the thing is, with true twin flames, you'll know that, or you might not have a lot to go on if you haven't seen your twin in the physical for either a long time you can't remember, or things were different when you saw them. But basically, it's like word vomit with your twin. You know, when it just really is, you know, that you could surprise yourself with what comes out your mouth, like that it's cool too, because telepathy, but it's like, yeah, I feel that when you're physically together, that could really happen. So just both need to be aware of that it's that all the fear comes out, and when fear comes out, sometimes people can just blurt out the wrong thing. So, but that's what's the really deep thing about it, which is why both twins can run from it at different points, or at the same time, is that you're actually criticising yourself. It's really, that's when you see it from the deeper level, that you know what I mean? It's an aspect of yourself. So you've got your own individual lives, but and again, I'm preaching the wrong choir, because the people that really get at that deep level, the people that this reading basically is for, that are going to get what I'm saying. The past is now behind you, but it's in the past. Do you know what I mean? The past is now behind you. Like, I think a lot of these moments you might have had where you've said the wrong thing are literally in the past. But even if it was last week, it's in the past. So let it go. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Right, I'm done. And it turns out the Divine Masculine reading was about the same as the Divine Feminines. And that's good, because we're equals. It's fair. I'm going to love you and leave you. Have an amazing Sagittarius full moon. If you'd like this reading for yourself, probably be wise to book an hour unlisted video, seeing as it took an hour. If you want to book the 30 minutes, so if that, if that's the one that feels more affordable for you or whatever, then I could do it, and I'll just pull less cards. But yeah, see you later. Bye.